moving on. Let's move on to the 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Oh my God.
Is that true?
The diddler.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in the
It
indictment.
was literally in like the police like statement. Like they said in the raid that was seized, there was AR-15.
Why would they confiscate the 1,000 bottles of baby oil? What is that going to help with the case?
I hate you.
I think that definitely insinuates that, there was
sex trafficking paraphernalia.
Thank you.
If I'm the diddler's lawyer, I'm boxing that up. That's an easy.
Is it?
That's not easy.
That's not
He has
easy
a
for
child.
sure.
Cause think about it.
We had a brand deal with Johnson and Johnson.
No,
Oh,
but
shut up.
They
And then
sent
I'ma call-
1,000 bottles to our house.
And then we're gonna call Johnson and Johnson.
Or I stocked up on a lifetime supply of Johnson and Johnson for my family. I live in a mansion. There's a lot of people in
just
here.
so
You
I
could
don't think
spin that.
no, you cannot
it was
spin that.
lubricant too.
Do you
It was
know
like
what
straight up KY
1,000
jelly type
bottles
shit.
is? Do you know how much 1,000 bottles is?
Yes, but what are you even doing with 1,000 bottles? Like,
But yo, take
It's
this in.
sex trafficking.
Take this in. If you stop a drug,
What? Do you think it's like a combo? You get the girl and some.
Yes.
yeah, you get the room with the KY jelly in it. But-
No, literally.
That's the back rooms. But yo, just think about it like this: if you stop a drug lord, and in his whip, not only does he have a large, not only does he have pounds of weed or whatever, but he also has baggies. The fact that he has baggies gives you intent to distribute,
There you go.
right?
Mm.
So the
So-
baggies by themselves is okay.
So baby oils intent to distribute. I get if it's like
No,
condoms.
well, think
or
about it.
Plan
No,
Bs.
Intent
it's
to
baby
insert.
oils plus the footage. There's photos and videos of these. They said the freak offs, which I really hate.
They
that
said it
they-
in the indictment. They wrote
Yes,
it.
They wrote
They
it.
wrote freak
There's
offs.
so the confiscation was video and images of the freak. I'm not trying to laugh. I just hate that they're saying freak offs.
These are
Freak offs.
allegations.
AR-15s, magazines, rounds, and then 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil.
That's
And
crazy.
he got a count of arson too.
Yeah.
Who did he burn?
Supposedly,
Was this
They're
when the Kid
saying this
Cudi
is the
stuff?
Kid- yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So when are they bringing him to justice about the Wale stuff?
What do you do with
What?
Wale?
What do you do with Wale?
I talked about this. Remember when
Where you hang them off the balcony?
yeah,
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, I don't know.
Wale needs to testify.
Oh, that wasn't in there.
Why did he hang
Wale
Wale,
ain't no
off the
snitch, I
balcony?
guess.
Shy Glizzy's friend was telling a story about how Shy Glizzy and him, and it's not funny. I'm
Like the
sorry,
white
Wale.
girl Shy Glizzy?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, the one that
like,
made
oh, white
the one
girl.
that made the song.
Oh,
He's
I
out
thought you
there.
said white girl Shy
No.
Glizzy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great song.
Yes, his homie, who was his like security back in the day, said they were at the studio. Wale was supposed to be working with Cassie, but Diddy allegedly didn't like guys being in the studio with Cassie, so they like snuck on the low, made a studio session. Diddy found out, came in with 2 security guards, hung Wale over the balcony by his shoes, like
Oh my
threatening
God.
him. And Shy Glizzy's mans said that there's like kind of like a curtain in between them, so they were like looking through the curtain and seeing him getting hung over, but they didn't want to do anything. And when Wale came back, they acted like they were asleep and didn't see what happened. And Wale was like, "Oh yeah, nah, nothing happened. Like we were just talking over there." But he's like, "Bro, I saw you getting hung over the balcony
Oh
by
my
your shoes."
God.
So allegedly, that's what happened, but that's crazy.
Yeah, this guy was a terrorist, man.
Yeah, Diddy's a psychopath.
Hitting the coach with the kettlebell.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Diddy's a psycho.
Mm-hmm.
And then doing God knows whatever he did to Cassie outside of what we saw in that video evidence. Like, he's
Right.
just like, yeah, no.
Crazy.
I'm not, he's gross. And I
1,000
mean,
bottles
yeah,
of lube.
1,000
Of
bottles.
baby oil.
Like, it's actually diabolical when you think about it.
What do you
Like, I feel like Shoppers Drug Mart doesn't even have 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
That was an
You gotta go
industrial
straight to the
statement.
source.
Like, yeah, like, how do you eat? And people were saying that's what they confiscated. Like, what was the actual order? Like, how much did you actually get?
1,200.
Like, that's disgusting. Like, you know how long it takes to use baby oil?
Yeah.
Like, even if you
a
use
lot.
baby oil every,
He said no.
like,
No.
I haven't used baby oil in years.
Right.
But like, I just thought of like when you're a kid, and you have baby, like to go through a bottle of baby oil.
Mm-hmm.
That's like he's like squirting the baby oil out.
Well, yeah, and not to get too dark, people are saying that like because these women are not, coherent or consenting,
Ugh.
you're using
They need
baby
the
oil
lubrication.
exactly,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
super,
My
super,
God.
super
That's
dark.
messed up.
Ugh.
Not to go that
Yeah.
graphic or whatever, but that's also like that's kind of what it's insinuating. Why would you need thousands of bottles of baby oil? If everyone's kind of willingly in this, willingly, consensually in this freak off,
one bottle's enough, right?
Yeah.
Even if you need it.
Or like a rubber.
Just spread it around the room.
So it's very sick. And he didn't get bail.
No, he got denied, yeah.
Yeah, he got denied bail, so he will be in jail.
$48 million denial from
50. 50 million, yeah. They put up
50, yes, you're right.
Yeah, $50 million bail denied. So he will be in jail until his trial.
Which is in 2025.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's when it is? Shit.
Yeah.
2025 is vague. That's all they said?
That's all they said.
Wow.
That's a whole 12 months. We don't know. That could be December 2025.
Yeah.
Jesus. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's pretty cut and dry that, we all think, Diddy's evil. But what now I'm seeing is like people are trying to attack other celebrities for even being in a picture with him.
Well, we can't
don't
do
like
that.
that.
I'm like, what are we doing?
We can't do that.
You know what I mean? Like
that doesn't add up.
because like even if you've been to a Diddy party,
yeah, right.
the likelihood is that you don't know what's happening in these back rooms.
Exactly.
I believe people.
Yes and no. I believe there's
Okay.
some people who had like literally no idea. I believe there's
think
some.
most people
I
don't.
believe there's some where like, yo, they probably had an inkling like, yo, this nigga's on some
Yeah,
weird
you know
shit.
he's a freaky boy, but you don't know what he's doing.
I think
Yeah.
That's
people in
another
his
level.
I think people in his circle, the record label, knew, but they didn't say anything.
I think it was
people
more
on the like his confidants, yes. But I'm saying like let's,
nah.
No, I think.
I
rappers-
think it's bigger than just that. Cause even this was it young Jeezy who told the story about Cassie shaving her head, and they were all there.
I don't
It's
know.
stuff like that. Like I know for sure flags were going up, and they just turned an eye. Because like for example, I think was it Young Jeezy who told the story?
I don't know.
Do you guys know? I don't know, but it was a rapper. It might have been Young Jeezy. I could be wrong.
Oh,
But-
Young Jock.
Was it Young Jock
It was
who told
Young
the story?
Jock. It was Young Jock.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, apparently they were at a party,
It
and
was going down.
what was going down?
Houses.
You're so stupid.
Good.
Anyway, they were at a party, and he said that it was with Cassie, Diddy, a whole bunch of people, like artists, whatever, rappers, blah, blah, blah. And some woman, like, walked down the stairs at a party, and she had, like, half her head shaved. And Diddy was, like, so mesmerized by this look. Was like, oh, my God, that's so cool. Da-da-da, Ray J. Like, how do you think of that? Da-da-da. And turned to Cassie, like, yo, you're doing that tomorrow.
Wow.
Whoa.
And Cassie was just like, and he's like, yo, he's like, tomorrow you're doing that same look. I want you to do that same look. And then that's when Cassie had half her. That's the story about why Cassie shaved half her head. And then even Young Jock was just like, yo, like, are you actually gonna do that? And she was
Yeah.
just like,
I
guess.
Yeah, because he was probably holding her career hostage.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
I'm sure
she's
he promised her this
yeah.
crazy career, all this
Yeah.
stuff. But I mean, regardless, Cassie didn't have more than what? 2 big songs, maybe 3, which is unfortunate. But he was probably holding this career over her head and she was so young.
Yeah.
So
I want to know what his kids think about this.
that is crazy to me because they also videotaped Christian and Justin coming out of the courthouse.
Oh, they're standing 10 toes.
You think so?
Yeah, you heard them. Like even when the charges were all being brought up, like we didn't have the indictment yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like his stance, King Combs, his doppelganger. Like, dude.
We didn't need to add that.
Did
But
you see Tresor's doppelganger? I think even Diddy's doppelganger. Tresor's doppelganger is crazy.
He kept saying like it's all cap, like you guys will see, blah
he
blah
was writing
blah.
for his pops.
Yeah,
so.
he's did.
Didn't one of his sons make a song dissing FBI?
It was
Yes,
Christian. It
yes.
was Christian Combs.
He made a song about an FBI agent?
Yeah,
No,
basically.
he made a song addressing a lot of that stuff.
Oh, God, please.
So
I better not hear nobody say no Diddy.
Yeah.
That's how the song went.
Oh
So
my
let
God.
let's say all of you.
But how?
Go ahead.
Sorry, not to cut you. Go ahead. Finish it, though.
Yeah, let's just say all you guys, all of us were not in Toronto. We're in New York, right?
Mhm.
We were like socialites, right?
Mhm.
If you get invited to a Diddy party 10 years ago, what are you doing? Or it's 5,
You're
6
going.
years
No,
ago?
we're going.
We're all
We-
going.
yeah,
You know how
we
bad
had-
I wanted
we
to go
had-
to Diddy's New Year's party in Miami?
We had no
and I never
idea.
got to go.
All right.
We had
all
no
right.
idea
No
about
idea,
that.
So we can't hate just because we see one person at a party like,
No, I
get
agree.
him too, or
no,
get her
I
too.
agree with
Okay,
that.
all right.
But I definitely think I don't think everyone at a Diddy party, like if we went to a Diddy party,
Mhm.
we could get that out. Like, bro, I had no idea that was going on.
Yeah.
But like people who were like actively
Yeah.
going and in the industry, maybe they didn't know the extent,
Yeah.
but I know for sure they see it like, yo, that's wild, but I'm not
There
gonna
should
say
have been
shit.
red flags.
100%. I know for sure they saw red
They should have
flags.
moved like 50 Cent.
Is it possible you could have read the room in certain parties though?
What do you mean?
You can, but
I feel like 10-2, the party was normal.
I believe that.
Yeah, it's the afties.
I believe that.
Maybe there's a lot of coke.
It's the
Yeah,
afties that
yeah.
gets crazy.
You get your ass out, you know what I mean? But before last call, and you're blessed.
Yeah.
You
And
never
plus
know,
there's
though.
there's hierarchies to these parties. Like,
Yeah, the
I
back
asked a few
rooms.
people that have been where it's like
What? Go on.
I asked a few people like, yo, people that I know that have gone to Diddy's parties. I'm like, yo, so like, what was it like?
Yeah.
And they're like, how most of the parties are in the backyard. Firstly,
Right.
Mm.
to even get in the house, you have to be on another
Oh,
like
okay.
echelon to
Oh.
even get in the crib.
Okay, yeah.
And then once you're in the crib, to get in certain parts of the crib, you have to be on another echelon
Oh.
too.
This
makes
can see
sense.
that. I can see
So-
that for sure.
To get back there where stuff's going crazy, you probably had to have been like up
Yeah.
the ranks.
Mm.
Like a regular guy, like you going to the party, unless Diddy liked you or something, you probably wouldn't end up back there.
That's a crazy sense.
So you could really be there and just not know what was going on.
That's fair. But like I said, I just think people in the industry have
Yeah.
more inkling. People
Yeah,
are saying
for
this is
sure.
good, like Diddy's not gonna go down quiet. This
Mhm.
might be like a whole takedown. You think people are gonna get pulled into it? I don't know. We'll see. I really don't know.
I don't think so. Unless
And I don't really
unless they're
think so.
directly related to Bad Boy, I don't
I
see
don't
it.
know, man.
I don't
Because just
really think
reading
so.
the indictment, I don't.
From 2020 to now has been some crazy times.
Right? Because then last year he dropped an album that you were praising. This is the best album.
That was
of 2020.
amazing.
No,
That was an
yeah, I praised it too.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was an amazing. Not was. That is
an
an
amazing
amazing album. And I feel so sorry for all the people that snapped on the album.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
you
'cause
can't
you
promote
can't-
it. You can't
hell
do
no.
nothing.
Can't
I feel
promote it
sorry.
anymore.
I feel sorry for my homegirl Nisha. She could have got a Grammy off that.
Wow.
Like, and that's
Yeah.
toast.
And there's
Yeah.
big names on that album too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
Diddy's a
especially-
billionaire.
Yeah. And there was a lot of new artists on it too.
Right?
New artists who were thinking,
He's a
yeah.
Yeah, he been one.
And new artists who were thinking that this could have been their big break. All of that is suppressed. That's over. That's over. Imagine if you're signed to Love Records right now. I'm calling my lawyer trying to get out this deal.
Oh yeah, drop.
You have to.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, also from a kid's perspective, my thing is okay. Standing 10 toes is crazy because, like, outside of the baby oil and whatever, that stuff that, like, you know, they see, there's video public footage of him beating the shit out of Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you standing 10 toes on that?
I just think
That
it-
to me is like there's video
Yeah.
footage of your dad like kicking, punching, throwing shit at like that is like morally
Yeah.
you have to draw the line somewhere. I would think.
Something about that.
Yes.
Like, when that came out, I was like, that came out in 20. That was recorded in 2016. So somebody's been holding that.
Oh, for sure. He
Yeah.
paid them off. That was the thing. He paid them off.
Yeah.
He paid them off.
He paid off the hotel
I just think
for silence. Yeah.
I think it's easier to say on the outside. Like, if that's your father, you probably know that your father's a terrible person, but at the end of the day, it's still your father. So you have
Mm.
something in you that still wants to protect
Feels-
your father, especially if he was good to you. Like, you know he's a terrible person, but that's still your dad. Like, no matter what, that's still your dad. So I can see how that could be tough. Me personally, I'd probably just be silent. I don't know if I would speak out against him if I was his kid, but I definitely wouldn't be saying anything at all.
No Diddy. Fuck no Diddy.
I wouldn't be saying nothing at all, but that is tough because it's like a lot of people are,
That's who he modeled himself after. It's like it's a different type of
Word.
father-son relationship.
and a lot of people are friends or in relationships with people that they know are bad people,
That's
and
right.
like it's fine. Like, because what's the
There's
difference? Like,
levels though.
there is,
I
but
ain't
it's
friends
like
with no
okay,
Diddies.
but I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Diddy beating Cassie. That's one of the worst things you could ever do.
And
That's
sex
definitely
trafficking
true,
her?
and sex trafficking, everything true.
Yeah.
But like the dude who's the girl whose brother is a known killer, you're no better. Like, and you're still parading your brother. Like, you know, you're gonna be like, yo, this is my brother.
yeah.
But the streets
Free
know that
SK.
the streets know that this guy is a menace.
Yeah, it's real.
Like that I don't think you have any moral high ground over someone else who's related to, say, a Diddy because they don't want to speak out against him.
that's real.
But
It's-
yeah.
People will ride for their family. No
yeah,
matter
people
what.
ride
Yeah.
for their family, bro. Even
Mhm.
through the worst.
Are you that
worst
type to ride
things.
for your family even if they're caught in like
It's
some,
something like
very-
that.
No.
Nah, nah.
We're trying to empathize with them, but no, not me.
Yeah. Like if there's video evidence of like when my dad's on him or like my uncle or something like really doing that, I'm like, yeah, it's curtains for you.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
you ride for your friend if he was accused of something similar to that? Like he wasn't
Similar
proven,
to
but he was
what?
accused of it.
Of
Accused
what
of
did
what?
like all that Diddy did, or
No,
like
no, but it's like something in a similar
like
realm.
domestic violence like that?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Did he do it?
No, like nobody knows. He was just accusing, accusations strictly.
See, this is where humans are inherently just picky and choosy.
Yeah,
'Cause-
like
If it's your friend, you're gonna think about it way more than you would if it's someone else. Like that's just a fact. You're gonna hear them out way sooner than you would hear
Yeah.
out someone that you don't.
and there's
know.
no evidence. It's just he's accused of it.
Yeah.
I feel like even if it's like if I know like it would be hard, but like yeah, I might
Because me
have to,
personally,
like-
I'm staying on the fence until I hear everything.
really.
His side,
And then that puts you in a trap because then it's like you're
'Cause if
supposed to
Tresor
believe
got
women.
accused, that'd be like Tresor. Like that would be very hard for me to believe
absolutely.
that Tresor would put his hands.
But then
on a woman.
also people who don't know me would be like, you don't know everyone, you don't know what people do
For
behind
sure.
there, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So like, that's a tough one.
damned if you do, damned if you
Yeah.
don't. Kind.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, regardless, Diddy has to go to jail. There's no question. Like, there's
Yeah.
too much evidence.
Yeah, he was.
There's
way
too
over.
much. Like, he has to. Like, this is insane. I don't know what's gonna come out of
He's gonna
it.
enjoy it.
He's gonna. That is
Smooth.
so
That's
problematic.
I saw what you're referencing. Yeah.
some of these tweets were so distasteful.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just think, yeah. I mean, it's a crazy like. Diddy was a hip hop. You can call him a hip hop legend.
Yeah,
for sure. For the last 30 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to
Yeah, it
see
was
that
Biggie,
this is
Mace.
how someone's story ends. But hey, you're a fucked up person. Like
Yeah.
you have to face the consequences. Like you can't just get off with this shit.
Yeah.
And we're in an era now where they're making men who are of this high status, whether you're Weinstein or Epstein or Cosby or R. Kelly, or they're making these people face what they did.
As they should.
Exactly that.
Do you think power is going to corrupt less men because of the precedent that those guys have set now?
What do you mean? Do I think power is going to precedent less men?
It's going to corrupt less men because now they see like the risks. You could end up like Weinstein or Diddy or.
But I don't. Oh, you think that just because you have power, they won't do?
Yeah, they're like
People
because
are gonna
like
start bugging less because they see what happens when you
people
start
felt
wilding out.
invisible before.
Oh, for sure. I think so. I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. But you're right. I feel like, especially the 90s and the 80s, like that was the era where, like, if you had money, it didn't matter what the fuck you did.
Yeah, they're doing crazy.
You could do whatever the hell
You
you,
could get a
wanted.
nigga
No
killed.
one's, yeah, no one's gonna tell you,
could kill
shit.
someone.
Personally, I don't think so. I honestly
You
don't
don't think
think
it's
people are
gonna-
just trying to hide it a lot better.
They're gonna get better at hiding
Keep your
it.
circle tighter.
Absolutely.
Because I heard that's one thing about Diddy, like especially how he moved. He was just arrogant.
Yeah.
Like there's some people
And
that
he was a crazy drug head.
facts.
Probably is still.
Facts.
Apparently, Diddy was like crazy cokehead.
He was.
There you go. But he was arrogant about it. And maybe the coke didn't help.
Mm.
But there are some people that are more secretive and
Well, I
better
mean,
at
you have to
hiding
be
it.
very arrogant and out of control if you are beating someone in a hotel hallway.
Yeah.
Like that is that means you like there's cameras in
Yeah,
all. Like what?
Literally.
Yeah.
But
He went to the desk the next morning.
And was like, yo,
Yeah.
Wipe
how
that.
much you need to wipe these for
That's
8 years?
crazy.
I've always had the belief of like if you have enough money, you can do whatever you,
you can make
want.
anything go away.
Anything happen and make anybody silent.
Do you watch Succession?
Yeah,
No.
for sure.
You don't watch Succession?
No.
Oh, you should. Succession
Great show,
basically
yeah.
talks about that. Like if you have
Mhm.
money, you can make anything go away.
For sure.
You should watch that show. It's an amazing show.
Even if they didn't want to give up the tapes, bro, if you're Diddy or if you're Jeff Bezos or anything, whatever company has those servers, I'm paying you, wipe it all.
Yeah.
I don't even have to go through you.
It's not even about the pay, and also it's not even about the paying. It's the power.
Yeah.
It's someone that powerful that has the opportunity to
Fear. They could have you
Yeah.
on some scandal type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where people are coming into your house late night with gloves, giving you some injection that makes it seem like you had a heart attack and you're gone.
This happened
Or
in
they just find
Scandal.
information and blackmail you.
Yeah.
They're making the most believable AI of you doing some crazy things and giving it to every website ever.
Oh, that's the future's scary because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They can make you say things you didn't say.
You can put like your face on like AI corn.
yeah.
That's why
That is
That's-
scary to me.
Oh, that
That's
is scary,
crazy.
yeah.
Like yeah, it's like people
That
like
deepfake shit. Yeah.
that is you know, like people can take my face and put it on AI corn.
Word.
And I know like obviously it's not me, but it's my face getting drilled.
Can you imagine
By
they
this
put
random
Zoe's
BBC.
face on Victoria cakes? That's
What?
ugh.
I don't
why
know if I'm,
go straight
I
to
don't know if I'm
goodness.
mad at you for saying that or me for knowing.
I don't know, which I think is nuts. But she better have a nice
Oh
body.
my god.
Who's Victoria Cake?
Don't
Yeah,
worry
no,
about
let's
it.
move-
Don't
let's
worry
move
about
on.
it.
Let's in lighter news. Let's move on to
Sickos.
something lighter.
Okay, well,